You know who loves Izotope? This guy. Everyone here at Ruinous Media can't get enough of Izotope's intuitively designed plugins for audio restoration, mixing, and mastering. This year, make a resolution to yourself to say goodbye to bad audio and hello to super clear, wide, dynamic, clean audio using Izotope RX11 and the new Ozone 12. Master every track's potential with their complete 20-tool suite. Go to izotope.com and use code FRET10 at checkout for 10% off. That's FRET10 at checkout for 10% off. And go to izotope.com. That spelling is izotope.com. I'd like to welcome our newest sponsor, Schecter Guitars. This holiday season, go over to schecterguitars.com and see what high-quality goodies they have waiting there for you. Premium feel and unbeatable price. See why guitarists like Isaac Brock from Modest Mouse, Robert Smith from The Cure, and Ernie C. from Body Count all love Schecter Guitars. A wide variety of styles and builds with high-end components and affordable prices for touring guitarists. Built to last. Go treat yourself and try something new you've always wanted to check out. Schecter Guitars has it all. Hey, what's happening? Before we jump into the show, I wanted to see if you had any music on a hard drive. You have a band, you have a project, and you want to self-release your own music. Well, there's an easy way to do it. You can go to distrokid.com/VIP/hyphenate and go get your music up on all the streamers. You keep 100% of your royalties, and you can get 30% off by using this code. It's a great, easy way to get your music up on the streamers and share it with your fans, your friends, your family, your mom, your dog, everybody. Everyone wants to hear it. But go to distrokid.com/VIP/hyphenate, HYPHENATE, and send me the link. I want to hear it too. Send your mom the link. Send your dog the link. They all want to hear it too. What's happening? Welcome to Hyphenate Halftime for this day, Monday, February 16th, 2026. Happy President's Day? Question mark. For more info on that, I will bring in my co-host, Mr. Aaron Farley. Why is today President's Day?
Yes, happy all the past presidents.
Okay, is that what we're not celebrating current presidents?
Not the current one.
These are all presidents, but even some of the past presidents, I don't know. Now it sounds like there's some names in some files. I think I'm fine. I'm fine with those presidents being removed.
You know, I mean,
how many presidents are we celebrating today? Just the good ones?
There's times in history, Randy.
Is that how this works? Okay. It was a different time. Some of them were slave holders, slave owners that...
there's different times where people do things that aren't quite equitable.
When a mom and a dad love each other a whole lot, their love comes together.
So there's a thing called a stork.
There's a thing called the Congressional College. No, the Electoral College.
Electoral College.
And when they really love somebody, a rich white landowner, a whole lot, and this when the college, they come together and they make a president. And then that president is there and they do things.
And then somehow that president made it there by... What seems to be consistently working with all sorts of different mafias around the world.
Yeah, I see. Okay.
And making deals
various forms
to somehow get to the place
powerful white men
where they are the most powerful person supposedly in the United States.
Got it. Okay.
Also, did you see where yesterday, speaking of presidents. Where Barack Obama admitted that there were aliens?
I saw
but then
that.
You couldn't tell if he was joking.
Yeah.
Right? So there's all...
He's never seen them. They've never
much.
shown them to the president, but he's saying, yes, aliens
He says,
exist.
yes, they're real.
They're not in that place, whatever you call it. And the guy had to fill him in for Area 51.
He's like in the area, what's it called? And I'm like, he's lying. He's lying. He obviously knows. Everyone knows Area 51. Your grandparents know Area 51.
Yeah. But they called it something different when he was there. When he was being
he's like, as far as I know, there's no underground bases
located
or anything
in New Mexico,
unless they're keeping it from the president. And I'm like, well, they're obviously keeping it from the president if you know the aliens are real, but you've never seen any.
Yeah,
come on, bruh.
It's all coming out. Well,
as the kids would say, come on, bruh.
Come on, bruh.
What happens when it does happen? When it really is like, nope, there they are. How soon? If obviously if they come in peace, or we're not shot down with spaceships, whatever. How soon do you think we get back to work? Like 2 days?
Oh, immediately.
I think 2 days.
You're not giving any days off. No,
yeah. I think everyone's like, wait, is that AI? And then after a while, you go like, no, I've met one of those people or alien. It's definitely going to be like a shapeshifter.
Well,
that like accidentally forgets to shift back into a congressional leader, and then they go like, well, yeah, I mean,
how big of a distraction
cover's blown, I guess,
will the government need? I think it's more like the question, like how badly will have things been fucked up beyond recognition that they're just going, just don't worry about those files. We got aliens. Aliens are over here. Come on, let's talk.
All right, unleash the aliens.
Talk about the aliens now. They're fine. Well, we do have our good friend Mr. Steven Spielberg, who may or may not be on whatever lists that he's on or not on. He has a film coming out this year called Disclosure Day, in which the man who has made it his life's work to indoctrinate the world at large about the beneficial friendliness of aliens, more or less,
yeah.
It's his film this year will be called Disclosure Day, and it'll be all about the day that everyone is told their aliens are real. Starring Jessica Chastain.
Really?
Yeah, that's coming out, I think, this summer. It'll be a big blockbuster. So maybe it'll be as a lead up to the movie.
Marketing tactics.
It was like, and they really are real. And here's a great movie, so don't worry about it. It's cool.
It's actually Steven Spielberg is the alien, and that's how it all. That's how those movies work so well.
This is it. Yeah, it could be it. But we also we can talk about our good friends at the UN this week as well, because our friend BJ Rubin stopped by the show last week to
it's amazing
discuss his work in the underground public access DIY music scene and his crossover as an employee of the United Nations.
I know. I loved at the end. It was like, so what do you do for a day job? He's like, well, I've worked at the UN for 15 years. Like, wait.
Oh, okay. Did we bury the lead on that one?
How did we not talk about that part?
Oh, shoot.
Like, I've done some videos and I worked in a couple different offices.
Did I not leak that on the front end? I meant to talk about that more up front. Maybe I messed that one up.
I mean, I think I fast forwarded through your intro, so maybe
that's okay.
But it was good. It was a good thing right at the end.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's the Easter egg. Yeah. If you held in there for the whole thing, BJ's a funny guy. I mean, as you've heard in the interview, but he at one point was a producer or researcher or had some involvement with the Daily Show while Jon Stewart was first there. And we were on tour one time. No Age was on tour, and he's like, "Do you guys want to see the show? The show's taping today. You guys have anything to do before the show tonight?" We're like, what time is it? It was like noon or something. We're like, yeah, we could hang out. So we hung out at the sound booth area for a taping of the Daily Show.
Amazing.
This was many, many years ago. I don't know, 15 years ago. And
that's cool.
It was awesome. It was so fun to see. Yeah. And they did my biggest takeaway was when they do the Lewis Black, Back in Black thing, or what was it called? He would have his rant in the studio audience. They'd play the real AC/DC song Back in Black, and then for production they overdub it with a sound alike with license free copy.
Oh, that's funny. But they can do the real one in
yeah, that's the
don't get too close, Randy. You're gonna have to beep this out.
How many dunts? They put a couple extra dunts in there, and then it was fine.
But
in the studio audience they play the real song. I was like, wow, this is cool. And I was a fan enough of the show to notice that when it happened.
Yeah.
That was great.
Oh, that's awesome. You guys got to do a lot of cool stuff. I remember when you guys were playing on David Letterman.
Oh, yes.
And I was like all set to watch it. I was like, oh, this is so cool. And you guys were going to try to do some moire.
Oh, yes. This is the second time we were on. Yeah. We went to the Warner Brothers costume shop, and Dean had discovered this thing like the moiring with the interlacing. If you have patterns that are too tight, that'll become psychedelic. Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember you were like, hey, can you try to record it, or maybe try to take a picture of the TV or something, see if it works. And I was like, yeah, I was all set up to do it. And then Towns got, I think that was the day that he fell when we were at the park, and he hit his head on a concrete picnic table. He slipped through the the seat and the top of the concrete picnic table and barely missed his face. And then he hit the back of his head on the table. And he was totally like not knocked out, but he was like
concussed.
Fully. Yeah. Just like, we were like, what's up, bud? And he was not doing anything. And then he was like, kind of woke up and was like, took him to the hospital. And I had to stay with him at the hospital for like a night and a half with a concussion. And so I watched it from the hospital.
You're kidding. I didn't know that part of the story.
Yeah. Cause I was up at like 12:30. So I watched you guys play from the hospital on one of those crappy CRT TVs.
Oh, that might actually Moray if we was on one of those.
No, it didn't.
I didn't do it.
And I remember looking, I was like, oh, it's going to Moray. And I'm like, oh, it's not. And then
we did a pre-production run through with our producers there before you do those kinds of things, and we explained the idea, the thought, and they all went, yeah, it doesn't do that anymore. We shoot on high def, like 4K, like digital cameras. Like that was ancient. That was a thing that would happen in the 70s on like Cinescope or something like.
Yeah.
It's not really a remnant. We fixed that.
Well, in the new cameras, it would happen, but the new cameras have
correction,
an anti-aliasing anti-Moray filter.
We needed.
You can still get it. You can still get it, but you'd have to like really Moray.
That's a Moray.
that's a Moray. Yeah.
Well, that time, we were fortunate enough to be on there twice. Which was insane. The fact that they invited us back, but but that second time, Spike Jonze was the guest. And it was fun kind of hanging out backstage. At this point, we felt like old pros. Within like 5 years, we were doing it for a second time. And Spike was really nervous. We talked backstage for a little bit and he's like, I don't do these things. And we're like, we do this all the time. This is just our life, Spike Jonze. We're a big popular rock and roll noise band. That
just get up there and turn your guitar on. He's like, no, I have to talk.
Oh, well, yeah,
like, right. Yeah, we don't do that part.
We just come out and play too loud music.
What was his movie? Was it Where the Wild Things Were?
No, it would have been 2013. So was that Her?
Oh.
What is Spike? What was he? Maybe Her, maybe something. Yeah, but he was really nice. And I think we were just, it just felt like kind of friendly because we had met Spike through friends and we, seen, but it still felt like a big deal. Like, oh man, this is
totally
a big deal kind of stuff. Oh, but the best part of the story, not to, tell too many stories out of school, but the next night, Future Islands went on when they were good friends and we knew them from Baltimore, and they had the spacing on his name, the singer, did merch for Dan Deacon when we went on tour with them. So we knew everybody. We're like, that's so great. Yeah. Future Islands will be great.
Oh, wow.
And their performance went like mega viral in the way that, Dave just loved it. And the performance it was this big moment. And we literally were the show before that one. It's like
right before.
It's like being the other performers on the night the Beatles were on that same Dan Sullivan stage. They were like, really, it really benefited their career. And here we are trying to, failing our Moray psychedelic test that we were trying to do.
Yeah, and they're like, no, all you have to do is go when it's completely unexpected.
Yeah, and get down low and get a funky dance.
Yeah,
yeah. We missed the virality moment of that moment. We cast the wrong die, I suppose. But good for them. That was great for them. They needed that, and they'd been
that's good
for a long time. But that was only in hindsight would one know that the Morang wouldn't work and that Future Islands would the talk.
If you only had just a little bit more Moray, cue the Moray.
Yes, we needed more. And then it's surreal. And any of those moments in life are definitely surreal. But BJ was our New York friend who we saw so many times, and then I had the band Rat Fist that you were a part of. For some time, as a second guitar player, we performed some good shows opening for not for Future Islands, for Fucked Up.
Yeah.
But that band, so then Rat Fist, we were in New York and BJ was like, you should come on the Public Access show. This is when our friend Yella from Belgium was filling in the Aaron Farley second guitar spot for the East Coast tour.
Big shoes to fill. Yes, big shoes to fill.
Yeah. So we did a bunch of shows and then it was fun. Yeah, we came through New York, and this is after David Letterman. So now we went from David Letterman to my next project in New York. Being on TV was at the Manhattan Public Access stage in front of a green screen, and it was awesome. We had so much fun doing it. Then he cut it up cut it up in this crazy perform. I think we performed each song like 4 times, and then he cut between all of them, and made it look insane.
That's awesome.
As is the style of the time.
That rules.
So, but I think that's really the only video content. I think we made one music video right before the end, before that we finally pulled the plug on it. But it was
on Rat Fist.
Yeah, on the Rat Fist experiment. But it was cool because it was like, whoa, this looks insane. And it was fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Sean was still the drummer.
That was a fun band.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks for being part of it. You had a small hand in it all.
You got to play. Where did we play?
We played the El Rey
and
the Glass House.
Yeah. Yep. Totally.
It was good. I think you got out at the right time. I think the band never quite reached the highs it reached.
I was going to say,
first,
I feel
2
like
months of writing songs and playing.
I feel like I got in on the peak.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, I was there. Like, I think because I only started filling in for like a couple weeks before to like learn the songs. And then because of those 2 shows. And then, I was like, oh, I was in a band for years and we never got anywhere close to playing at the El Rey. This is crazy. All right, I'll do it. This is awesome. This is amazing.
Yeah. I didn't know what was going to happen. And eventually it became a whole band of fill-ins. Idea, that everybody was filling in for everyone else, and the whole thing kind of, I kept my foot on the throttle as we shed members and opportunities and goodwill and all the things that you do with all the things you need with a band. I was just like, no, we're not giving up. The world was begging me to stop playing music at that point. I was like, no, we're gonna keep going. We're riding this thing till the wheels fall off. I made t-shirts. Let's go. We got t-shirts.
Jump on the bus.
We gotta go. But that was really fun. It was good. It was I needed it at that time.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
I have photos of when I think I came down.
Oh yeah.
Before I was even involved.
It was just a 2-piece. It was
take
me
photos.
And Sean. Yeah.
And there was a woman who was playing drums.
Oh, Kayleen. She's great. She plays in Mannequin Pussy now. We played with her.
Oh, really?
In New York when we were the fourth, when Yellow was in. We played at what was it called? I don't know. We played some basement in Manhattan, and yeah, her band Mannequin Pussy played, and Mike, the bass player, knew her. And and then we were we had we needed fill-in drummers, so she came out for a tour, and that was great.
Yeah.
And she's cool, and now has gone on to superstardom in her band. Mannequin
That's
Pussy.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Because I came down to shoot photos, but I had the kids for the day because they had school off, and so I have photos of them sitting there with you guys, and they had their big headphones on.
That's
probably
amazing.
Asking me when we can go.
Yeah.
Can we get
McDonald's?
Can we get snacks? Yeah. Can we get ice cream?
Well,
can we get ice cream?
Well, if your children ever become fans of the band Mannequin Pussy, you can show them those photos and explain. Well, see, so this was cool before her band got popular. She's played in Uncle Randy's band for a brief tour.
I have photos. I have photos to prove it.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be cool if it was like, Led Zeppelin, but John Bonham played in a different band for a little while. And you have pictures of your kids with them. It still counts. It's still a celebrity sighting.
I think so.
Yeah. It works.
Yeah. That's like a friend of ours whose dad was a very famous bass player in the 60s. They have friends, or she has a photo of herself like as a baby with Roger Waters and David Gilmour at their house, like behind them, because her dad was like best buds with them in the like early 60s when they were all.
It's amazing. Yeah.
They're like, that's unreal, unreal.
Yeah, I think it's fun. It's one of those things. Yeah, you wonder like, okay, like, which one of Dad's weird friends will the kids remember? They're probably not, but they'll see a photo of me at some point and go, oh yeah, those weird people.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
things my kids have never said, or they say it in that tone. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I played. I played my oldest son, the Breeders, for the first time. I was like, I feel like you're 12. You should know the Breeders. You're listening to a lot of music, and he was okay, cool, Dad. I'm like, you don't get it.
He's found out that you just need a little pat on the back, and you're like, Dad, this is really cool. And you're like, you know what? That's all I need.
Thanks.
Honestly.
Thanks, son.
Yeah, thanks,
It
buddy.
is cool. You're right. But he's just turning our strategies back on us when he wants to tell me about Dungeons and Dragons for 15 minutes. Whoa, cool. Really? What? No way. Yeah. Oh, or when he used to talk about Roblox, the neon fly-right unicorn, pets. Whoa, cool. I'm like, not paying attention at all.
You're like, you know what? That's amazing. That's unreal.
Good for you. It sounds like you're really doing a good job.
I can't believe that's actually happening in real life.
Now as a teenager, he's turning back on me. Wow, Dad. Good job. Wow, you're really doing it. Like,
good job, buddy.
Bruh.
Does that make you feel good, Dad?
Bruh.
That's great.
Cool, bro.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah. Wow. Sounds like you've done a good thing in your life once, Dad. That's great.
Yeah. I get the now that the kids are older, they're starting to realize like the difference of like Los Angeles and Lake Arrowhead.
Oh no. You were wondering
like
when the veil would be lifted. Like, so Dad, do we not really live in LA anymore?
Well, no. They don't even remember LA.
Oh,
so,
okay.
but only because they were little, and you think about like even your kids, think about like, oh no, they grew up in LA, and you're like, no, they go back and forth to school, and then they hang out at the house, and then they go to a birthday party every once in a while, and everywhere else is just traffic.
Yes, that's
like they're not like going to, although you bring them to the smell or something, so they do get to see some stuff, but here and there. And that's the thing. Like they used to come to the gallery when we had the gallery, but they're like, I kind of remember that. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
like maybe from photos. So really, they don't really remember a ton. Mm-hmm. Because also the last year that they were even there was COVID, and so they were completely at the house. They didn't even go to the grocery store for a year. You know. Yeah. And so
it's a good line.
So now,
of like
Lila's way more into.
To live in a place we can't even leave the house from. It's not worth it. Yeah.
Right. Well, and so now Lila loves going to LA because she's into like clothes and music, and so she goes and she's like, oh my God, these people are dressed so cool, or just noticing different things. And so then we were in LA yesterday because a friend's bar mitzvah was like in the morning, and then he had his like dinner party at night, and so but we had hours to kill in the middle of the day. So we're like,
I owe you that book. I still have that book for you.
Oh yeah. Well, we didn't get we drove to Melrose because we needed shoes, and then we were close. We were already kind of over there. Yeah. And we're like, you know what? Let's just go to Melrose. And they've been to Melrose before, but like every couple of years, it totally.
There? Is there still cool vintage shops? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but the whole thing has changed. Like, there's way more like hip hop stuff, and then, but still, like people like starting some crazy clothing brand of like where they're bedazzling like ski masks or whatever. It's like, and they're like, hey, come into my shop. I got so like, oh, this place is wild still. Like there's a lot. There's a lot of stuff. How many
bedazzled ski masks did you guys take back to?
Right,
because you can actually use them because they're cold enough.
I invested in no, but we were just going by, and Towns wanted to get shoes, and we basically looked up. They're like, oh, there's like a fancy kind of Foot Locker over there, and we'll go. And then, but as we are going by, we go into this vintage shop, and then it's like vintage clothes on one side, but then they have they have their own company where they take vintage clothes and repurpose. And this is actually really pretty good stuff. And Lila bought a sweatshirt, and she just kept going like, I think I'm LA. I like it. I really like this. Like, Dad, I like the energy, and I like the. And I'm like, oh, it only took till you were like almost 18 to finally to not be like to go. Although we were going to thrift stores and stuff, but only starting like last year. Yeah, still where she would like, I'm like, you want to have an LA day? Let's go. And like, we go to all the Goodwills and go to thrift stores, and like we hit the bins. She's like, what are the bins? I'm like, oh, you got to hit the bins.
You got to use a lot of hand sanitizer too, though. You got to, yeah. Those things haven't been washed yet.
You pay by the pound. You get all sorts of good stuff.
Yeah, the bin.
But it was more of like, what is the like? Because we don't have anything up here that's like like that. It's like very, very normie. Mm-hmm. Everything closes at 8:00, and but it did take till that to where she was. We didn't go there, and she's like, when are we gonna go? Like that took till about 15. She still is like, I don't know. Yeah. So you got some time.
Okay. All right. We're good. Yeah. I mean, I was waiting for her to say, can I rent like a back house above a garage here off Melrose and La Brea? Like what does that cost?
Starting a band.
Like, it's only $5,000 a month. Back in my day, it used to be $500.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, any place that you try to rent will be probably more than our mortgage.
What about all these condos that are built over those retail things where there's no shops in the retail? Like, it doesn't look like anybody that actually lives in those condos.
You mean a 4-on-4?
Yeah.
What'd you call it? 4-on-4? 4/4?
Yeah, 5/1. I think is what it was. Or
5/1.
Yeah, yeah. What about those? And you have to explain how the Chinese middle class can't take actual currency out of the country, so they buy proper. The other thing, did we talk about this? The Pokemon card. Did we talk about this, how you can buy expensive Pokemon cards?
Yes.
And then sell those?
We didn't talk about it. I think I listened.
You just know.
You and I are on the same algorithm.
Okay. So. Yeah. And then somebody was telling me the price of Pokemon cards now is absurdly high, that there is a whole like Pokemon trading thing. Dean from No Age, he was at Target with his son, and he could tell everyone was getting antsy around the toy aisle, and he's like, "What's going on?" He's like, they're about to release they have box sets back there. They're about to hit the floor, and there was a line of kind of, I think, incels, maybe it's still a word. I don't know if that's culturally appropriate anymore, but men of a certain age who don't like to shower very often. We're waiting around for the Pokemon cards to drop, because then I think you instantly can resell them. There's something about it.
There's like unopened packs, and then you can open the packs and try to get.
There's something. Yeah, I missed that part of it. So I'm like, okay, if I don't have to know about this. So I was like, but if you had something expensive,
I think Towns has a whole
Chinese investors.
I feel like Towns has a whole folder. Oh no, we talked about this recently.
Did you throw them out?
No, we didn't throw them away, but he gave them to a friend, and his friend's house burned down in the Altadena fire. Okay. So he lost his Pokemon.
Those
cards.
ones just became more rare. One less in the world. So
there's one less of each out in the world.
The value has gone up.
Yes. The internet just went wild. We're like, guys, I heard a whole folder was. Do
you know how many Pokemons were burned up in the fire in Altadena?
Oh my God.
Invest
so much.
It's wild, man. It's a crazy time. Well, it's exciting to know that the liking of LA. I expect it will happen. It will happen at some point. But you also bring up a good point that, becoming a new parent, those first, 6 years, if not extended out to 10 years of being a parent, it's really for you as the parent. Like, you really still kind of live the life that you want to live. And then from the 10 to 18, then you realize like, oh no, there is no me anymore. That has all been beaten out of me. Now I just live my life for my children. And I try to have a hobby every once in a while if I'm able to afford the time to do it in between dropping them off at sporting events or social engagements.
Well, I was going to say there's so much driving around. Like it really is like the taxi cab, like the taxi service is like how do you even, like, you could do stuff at night, but you're like, but how? Because I just worked, and then I also drove. Every minute I wasn't working, I was driving.
Yes.
And now it's 9:00. You want me to try to do a creative thing? What is happening?
Take a lot of planning here. I'm going to need at least a 2-month heads up that something's going to happen, so I can make a pot of coffee. Oh my God. We did have a date night, my wife and I, this week because of the Valentine's Day that we just passed. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody, and happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
For those of you that don't know, Aaron Farley was born on Valentine's Day.
Yes, and I got to go to a bar mitzvah on my birthday, which was great. So I got to party all day, and I didn't have to be the center of attention or anything, and I still got to have a party.
Did you get a cake? Did you get some?
And cake? I got to go to church.
Oh, good.
Well, not church, but synagogue.
Yeah, temple.
We got to go to like the dinner for the bar mitzvah, so there was like cake, and there was Kugel. They even brought me I got a Jesus candle, like one of those. The girls went and bought when we were there. They were like, "Oh my God, we got to do happy birthday!" So they went to like the bodega next door to where we were. We were in Highland Park, and they were like, Lila and her friend just went and bought a Jesus candle from the store.
You mean like the glass ones that have like Jesus on the outside? So
now it's going to be our
that'll be your birthday
official friend birthday candle. So I put my name and date on it, and then for the next birthday, we'll bring it to the next parent birthday.
Perfect. Oh yeah.
And then we'll all blow the candle out, sign it, give Jesus a kiss,
that's amazing.
Pass it on to the next.
Thank you.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
Yeah, it was perfect.
But
anyway,
but we went on a date night. Yeah, we went to go see Send Help, the new Sam Raimi film about Amy McAdams, Rachel McAdams, Rachel.
I think Rachel McAdams, maybe.
Okay.
Unless there's more than one McAdams.
Dylan McDermott. Dermot Mulroney.
Yes. Dylan McAdams, McDermott, Rachel.
Yes. She was in it and the guy. And then, but they get stranded on an island. And so it's kind of like this like horror-ish tinged, like surviving, being stuck on an island kind of thing. But really, not veiled. Really, it's a story of power imbalance in a workplace and women of a certain age being passed over for promotions. And then she gets her revenge on the boss, on the young kid boss, Nepo boss, who just inherited an entire company that she's worked at for decades. And he's going to fire her. But before he fires her, he needs her to come on the work trip to actually do the job that no one else is going to do. And then they crash on an island, and then the power balance shifts. It's great.
That's amazing.
It's a beautiful movie. Yeah, it's great. It's great. Sam Raimi, the Evil Dead. I forget. I'm like, Sam Raimi. Come on.
No. I know the name.
That carries a huge weight. So he did all the Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans. It's probably his most famous films, but Evil Dead. He comes from Michigan, Bruce Campbell, and made kind of indie horror films.
Oh, I didn't know he came from that.
In Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness. And
yeah,
it's incredible. And there's a lot of Sam Raimi-isms. This feels like a real Sam Raimi movie. He's made other films where it's almost like he's tried to make the straight movie or, like a regular Hollywood blockbuster movie because that's where the money is.
Yeah.
But it's fun to see him make a real Sam Raimi movie again at this point. It's great.
Nice. I thought the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans were good.
Mm-hmm.
Despite when you look at them and you're like, Tobey Maguire was so horrible.
You mean just as an actor?
But even then, just watching him, how did he become the guy? He's so non-emotional kind of puppy dog. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
How are you? What? Where did? Yeah. What?
Aloof Maguire. Yeah.
Very aloof. That's awesome. I saw what's the Marty Supreme?
Oh, how was it? It was not Supreme. What's the review? Yeah.
So I understood why you saw it, right?
No, I don't give a shit.
Oh, I thought you saw it in the theater. No. For some reason, I thought you had seen it.
Did Lila go? I mean, that'd be the only reason you would go because she would want to.
Well, no, you could rent it. It was like.
Was she interested though to see Timmy? I mean, that's the big thing. I would imagine he has a youth appeal.
I mean, what I realized is why they put him out. They spent so much on marketing and pushed him so much to be just get out there. You're going to do every single thing. You're going to be this is the best movie ever. Mm-hmm. And you see why, because the movie was kind of there was
he's the draw. Yeah.
Yeah. He's the draw, but also he's a bit more interesting as outside the movie than he is inside the movie.
That's interesting.
To be honest.
Yeah.
It's not that there was nothing there. It was really disjointed. I don't know. It was the guy that did the Gem. What was it?
Well, one of the brothers.
Uncut Gems.
Yeah. The Safdie brothers.
It was only one of them
broken up. One had the Wrecking Machine with The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson this year. And the other one, the Timothy movie of ping pong.
Okay, so they've broken up now. This makes sense because there was something with I keep wanting to say Righteous Gemstones, but it's the gem.
Uncut
what is it?
Gems.
Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
Uncut Gems.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah, and because that one, it had that kind of dark intensity, that there was just stuff happening all the time, but then the story was at least with Uncut Gems, it was all in one day or something. So it was just it was so crazy. And this was over, I don't know what it was, a month or something. And it was traveling. He was traveling to Japan, and then he was back and he was hitching a ride with this person, and he was part of the business of this person. And it eventually it was why is he doing this? I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know. There was just a lot of stuff of do we care about any of these characters? I don't know. I don't think I care. And then someone would be oh, this person's kind of redeeming. And you're nope, not at all. That person's horrible. This person's horrible. Nope.
Yeah.
So if you can watch it for $3.99,
That's the right price. The nice
yeah,
price.
I would say so.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm
It's one of those
pretty
movies.
half out on Timothée Chalamet. I just don't. I mean, I know he's going to do something.
I like
At
Dune.
some point, he's going to keep doing things. So there's,
Yeah.
the chances are he'll get something right. The interesting thing I had heard about him was, he's been doing this since he was very young, and now he's sort of cemented himself in the new batch. Like the kids,
Yeah.
which is great. You got to have 20-year-old attractive people to be in movies. But I guess Leonardo DiCaprio has given the edict down to the young actors, like, don't do Marvel and just work with prestige directors and you'll be fine. You won't get typecast. You won't get spit out by the machine. Like try to generate your own material and don't get in a big franchise and stay with the good directors.
Yeah.
Which is good advice.
Makes sense.
For the future generations to not kind of get sucked up into something for 10 years and you're only known as the character. The character is more popular than the actor is.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
But you got to take some swings and misses.
Yeah, I think he was good. I mean, the other thing is like the acting was good. Like I just think like the characters and the whole vibe of the whole thing was like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. The craziness is too crazy.
Yeah.
There needs to be some kind of like it didn't feel like there was anything that was grounded. There's nothing grounded. Like everything was just like, oh, then another crazy thing happened. Yeah. And then another crazy thing. And then even 4 more crazy things happened. And we don't even know why those happened. We just threw them in there.
I miss my days of getting to see anything I wanted to see or anything that was coming out. I feel like I was like, probably from 18 to 32. Yeah. I would just go see everything. I would just go to the Lemleys and just go, whatever's on. I don't know. It's probably good. And if it was bad, like, well, that wasn't that bad. Still fun to watch a movie. I would watch everything for decades or for a decade. I don't know, 15 years. It was really fun. But then it's like, okay, at this point now I really got to pick and choose my battles. I did rewatch the remake of Taking of Pellingham 1, 2, 3, starring Denzel Washington and John Travolta. It was a Tony Scott movie. I'm at the point of my life where just anything with Denzel Washington, I want to watch like 2 or 3 times.
Right.
I'll just watch any Denzel movie. It just is like, either he always is doing something good, even if no one else is good in the movie, or even if the movie's bad, just him working is like, this is so good. He's great.
He is.
He's so much
he
better
really
than
is like a singular actor.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Like there's no one else like Denzel.
No, it's so great. And then, he's made so many movies too. And I think for whatever reason, I didn't see I was going out to see all these movies. Stuff just fell off the table, but it's not a particularly great movie, but I wanted to watch something. And I was like, oh yeah. Okay. And then John Travolta's terrible, but he's funny in it.
It's kind of crazy that he like that Tarantino brought him back.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone was like, wow, you're going to cast John Travolta in this? That's crazy. And then he became the biggest, like him and Tom Cruise, the biggest actors in the world.
For the 90s? They were
like for 5 years?
They were holding it
10
down.
years?
Yeah. Well, until
like
Battlefield
he was just
Earth,
in every big.
Till he kind of
like he went for the
cashed out on his new tab.
Yeah, right. And then that was it. Was that their last one? Battlefield Earth?
No, there was he did many, many more movies after that, but that was sort of the mainstream kind of being like, can we stop putting him in things now? Or is everybody done with him?
This isn't great.
This is fine. Yeah. Yeah.
He's when he's known more for having a 747 his personal 747 that he lands on his own property.
Yeah. Yeah, We'll see where the final tally on the John Travolta career lands. I'm sure
maybe he'll be brought back in the final Tarantino movie.
Different things could happen. Yeah, Tarantino 10.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's I don't know. But so this was a big birthday, or this was the birthday after the big birthday. Right.
Oh, 51. Yeah.
Do you normally like to?
I forgot it was my birthday.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You're kind of on that level.
Like the week up to it. Cause I'm also going to, I'm going out of town for a couple of days to visit my mom, and then school's like out for me this week. And then we also have this big snowstorm coming that's starting tomorrow.
There's
and
other
then
things holding your interest.
so there's and then the bar mitzvah, and then we just had like all this stuff. And then on Friday it was like, oh right, it's like my birthday tomorrow. So that was about how
it's kind of where it sneaks up
how
on
it
you.
worked.
Yeah. I like to not do too much. I like to see a movie, maybe get a pizza or something, in a non-conspiratorial way, just like a regular like vegan pizza. just a pizza.
Oh my God.
Pizza.
I keep hearing people talk about the pizza place.
Comet ping pong.
And every time now I keep thinking like, oh my God, No Age played there. That's so crazy.
Multiple times, 2-3 times.
So crazy. And one of them was like a Alex Jones. It was like some Alex Jones thing of him being on, I don't know, Joe Rogan or something. And it was just him. It was one of those rants,
everything rings true with your two sources. So Alex Jones was on Joe Rogan, like, oh, okay, everything they say is
but it just popped up. It's like pops up in my Instagram. And it was like, we live in a crazy timeline when almost everything that Alex Jones said 10 years ago is actually true.
But about the other side now it's about the other. Yeah, it's not.
And then he just starts talking about, he's like, well, you know that Jeffrey Epstein, and he has a island with a building in the middle of it, and the people are coming. And then you're just like, oh, well, that is all true. That is all true. And then he gets to like, and they have these code words, is pizza, and the da 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 da. And then people are like, yeah, so that's all over the files. It's kind of crazy. And then he's like, and there's rock bands playing at the pizza place.
No,
and I was like, that? Oh no, what's he gonna say? Yeah. It was like this pizza place, and they had these rock bands, and then it went left. It was like, and they have satanic trans, and then it's oh no, that's where it went over. But I was like, oh my God, he's talking about the rock bands playing at the pizza place. What is happening?
I mean, I have to say, the first time we went there, it was after that guy went in there and like shot the ceiling and everything. Like we didn't play until
it was after
that time. Yeah, but it was the kind of thing where we're just crazy. Like, wow, they're so crazy. Like, but it felt weird pulling up to it. It was enough of like, well, that's conspiracy places. That's that's fucked up. But we I don't know.
It's weird that they kept playing. That they're like, no, it's fine. It's just like one guy coming in and shooting up all the places. Like we're fine.
I looked around. I tried to find the basement. I tried to find whatever there was. Was there a secret passage somewhere? Is this weird? Like the bathrooms were weird, only in the sense that like it was like one of those almost like hidden like walls, like doors in a wall. It did seem kind of strange. The bathrooms were little, like you just push on this. Like where's the bathrooms? What are they? Like, oh, you just push on this thing, and it was like, oh, that's kind of odd to have your bathrooms kind of hidden, isn't it? And again, but my mind is conspiratorially racing. Like,
oh yeah, you're ready for it.
What's going on here? This is so weird. And they do have to move the ping pong tables out of the live room before the show, before you could sound check, and there's people eating. I don't know. We've played so many weird places in terms of
my God, of course,
just DIY, like all ages shows and everything, but it just doesn't look good.
Every weird place.
All these places, like why are we at a church rec hall of a thing, or like, okay,
like who's booking this? And like no one really knows. Where's the money going? We're not gonna ask. It's fine. Here's your $50.
But anybody who's ever played in like punk band, you know what I mean? If you've done a tour or you've played in punk bands, you will play strange places, and nothing on a Epstein level of weirdness, but but definitely, but you put a conspiracy lens on anything, and you're like, oh Lord.
Well, you look at the amount of files, like anybody that has like we're these are the first 6 million files. You're like, okay, so who else in the world has 6 million files on them? Like maybe Vladimir Putin, or like some sheik in Saudi Arabia or something. It's just like, and they're like, yeah, this is only 20% of it or whatever. And like, how many people were typing up like, or finding, I mean, I guess a lot of those files are actually like emails that were on hard drives and stuff, but still like, this is so much. There's so much. And like,
it's frightening and disgusting and appalling. And then you just see like, well, nope, no, we're not going to do anything about it. We're not prosecuting anybody. And it really is that feeling of like
the other countries are.
I hope so.
So other countries are starting to. And so I think I was actually talking to someone about, not about this specifically, but we were going back and forth of like, this is kind of good, right? That it's that things are coming out. That's good.
Sure.
It's a positive.
Yeah.
It's a positive to know as much information as possible.
Transparency.
It's pretty horrible when you're actually reading some of the things or seeing some of the things and going, oh my God, this is real. And this is like what people have been talking about forever. But then also we were talking about like, what do Americans do with this? Because it is a strange moment for the United States. And I kind of come from this thought process that the Americans are ridiculously romantic. They're romantic about freedom, like ridiculously romantic about freedom on all sides. Like the left is ridiculously romantic about freedom and
sure,
like getting rid of racism and free. And then the right is romantic about freedom for guns and let me do whatever I want. And I would just want to go hunting. I'd shoot, whatever. Sure. But there's this idea of freedom that I'm like, I think all in all, that will turn out to be a good thing. I hope.
Somewhere in the middle of this, like the left and the right will have a common enemy of like, eat. Well,
I think
eat the rich.
What it will be,
these rich people, they're the problem. No one should be allowed to be this rich. Look what they're getting away with. They can buy their elections. They could, like the left and the right, I think would both agree on that, depending on who the candidate is. But you could both agree, like, yeah, we don't want rich people running the country. If we could sit down and agree on these things, we could actually pass some kind of, laws or legislation or enforcement of some type.
Or if there's enough people that could get up to the top to actually pass laws to prosecute.
Or just start shooting CEOs a la Luigi Mangione. Maybe there's an agreed like, what can you do? Is the power in your hand, left and right? Do you both have now? Are you armed and pissed? Like what happens next?
Well, the crazy thing, when you look back at, just read a little bit about the early 1920s and how unions were made and everything. And you're like, this is crazy. It's like, there's a reason we don't actually learn about that.
We'll talk about organized crime. Yeah. I mean, there's,
but also organized, but more also just like anarchists, like taking over full company buildings and the means of production and like kidnapping.
Now you're talking my language. You're talking my language.
But there's a reason why kids don't get taught that is actually how we got our rights. And I see it up here all the time, people like, thank a veteran for your rights and stuff. And you're like, yes, totally. But also thank an anarchist for your rights. Thank the Black Panthers for your rights. Thank your union members for your rights, because those are also the people that fought literally here to scare the business owners so much that they were going to be on the wrong end of history to go finally like, okay. 40 hours a week is fine. 40 hours a week.
Take that.
Like, gotta be 18. Stop firebombing our neighborhood. It's like, it really was that, like, that's how child working conditions became like, you can't work when you can't hire someone when they're 8 to work.
Do you know the book, The Jungle by Upton Sinclair? Published in
I haven't read it. I know it.
Yeah.
I know of it. Yeah.
It's sort of one of those seminal works that improved working conditions, because it's about the meatpacking industry and people falling into like meat grinders and being, and just how terrible it is to work in these meatpacking plants. It's based on true stories. And because of that, it sort of opened people's eyes and caused enough outrage that things were done. There was regulation put on meatpacking things and how meat's treated. There was something, it was like Al Capone or one of these big gangsters too, where it was just like, everybody's getting sick. They're just thinking, we're not to heroicize, mafia things, but something has to be done. Like milk has to be pasteurized. We can't just have unpasteurized milk going out in the world or something. I mean, I'm thinking of The Simpsons, but something like this, there's, when people are pissed enough, then things can be done.
Well, and it is true that when it is all those things of like, when it does start affecting, like when the upper middle class realizes that they're not part of the upper class,
and they're not going to.
Whereas now there's this like, don't worry, you can work so hard, you're going to become a multimillionaire too. You just have to work hard or whatever, and you get all of these people that are like make a okay living and live in the suburbs or don't have a huge amount of debt, and they think like, oh man, I'm with the rich guys, and you're like, no, you're not. Trust me, they're like you. There's a ceiling for you too, like, and I think once those people realize like, oh right, I'm on the poor side too. Like I'm closer to the people who work at the grocery store than I am to the guy who owns the bank, like way closer, like a $50,000 closer, and they've gotten that that idea that someone who makes, $50,000 a year is miles and miles different than someone who makes $120,000 a year. Like, no, this is like really close. And like the fact that you're siding with someone who makes like 5 million a year or 10 million a year, or, has 4 houses and whatever, and you're siding with that person. It's like, eventually that's going to stop, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, it has to.
Because eventually they're coming for you too, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I don't know.
Some things have to,
You can't put everyone in jail.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe it doesn't tend to work.
Depends how you.
We'll see.
Depends how you define jail and what its uses are and what your outcome for incarceration looks like, and the means of incarceration are fluid, I think.
Yes. In jail in your own life.
Yes. Before we wrap up, I wanted to talk about CDs and Laserdiscs. This was another theme of the BJ Rubin
that was awesome.
Interview. Where are your CDs at? And how often do they see the light of day? Did you get rid of all of them?
Oh,
how are you?
No, I have a box.
Okay.
Every once in a while, I come across the box when I'm looking for other stuff.
Yeah, same.
I have, but
I digitized a lot of it, but not all of it. There's certainly stuff I don't have. But it makes me want to like digitize it and have a digital version, but so it doesn't rot and break down. I also recently bought an MP3 player just to get out of the streaming sphere of things. And it's been great.
Yeah, have you started loading it up?
I have a hard drive, from 20 years ago when all this stuff first came around, and I have all that same stuff on there. I'm like, cool, all right, I'll pick out some stuff, that I know some of it the kids will like, and some of it I just want to hear.
Yeah,
and it's not the easiest thing. I can connect it Bluetooth to the car. The car does not have a headphone in.
Okay,
but I can do the Bluetooth side of it, and it works. It'll play records. I don't know. It got me excited just to listen to more music.
That's awesome. Does it have like the rolling, like
the clicking and stuff? Yeah. When I kind of set it, but the writing's small. It's smaller than the thing. I have to figure out how to increase the text size to get to grandpa's
your reading
size.
Glass. Yeah, you just have to watch with reading glasses.
Well, because I don't need the reading glasses for driving, so I don't drive with glasses on. That'd fuck me up. But then if I look down, at a red light or something, or put something on, then I'm like, just give it to the kids. Like, just put something on. Just figure it.
Does it show up on the?
It doesn't.
Does it show up on the radio?
No, it doesn't. The metadata doesn't sync. I've read some reviews about it, just to kind of some complaints. So it's not 100%. It's not 100 out of 100. However, if I go a day without even a streaming service, I'm not paying for any streaming services anymore. But even just going on them and having to let's skip through just turn it down when the ads come on. It's like, okay, I think I'll be net positive as a person by the end of the year if I just don't
make sense. You should just go listenings. Like the old days too. Go to Best Buy and just get a Pioneer
Oh,
Like get a Pioneer CD player, get that thing
installed.
Yeah. Like that
I
must
don't even
have.
know how
I
that
think of
works
that
anymore
now.
with these cars. Now they got screens. It's got a giant screen on there. I don't even know. Like void.
Oh right.
Something.
You got to be able to put a. There's got to be some
thing with
some place. Yeah, you put the Sanyo
with the 15-inch subwoofer in the back.
And you have the detachable plate.
Oh, you got to take the face off of it.
Yeah,
you got to take the face off of it.
That's
so important to do.
Man, I just remember going to Best Buy so often and being like, oh, someday I'm going to get that. I'm going to get that 12-disc changer in the trunk.
I think you're talking about Circuit City.
Attached.
I don't think those were even going when Best Buy was going.
Oh, right. Circuit City was even better. Yeah. That big Circuit City right there on Sunset.
Yeah.
Was it Hollywood or Sunset? Sunset.
Well, it's where Hollywood and Sunset crossed.
Right by the block.
Yeah.
Right by the Blockbuster.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Hollywood and Sunset come together right there. That's the end of Hollywood Boulevard there. And Virgil, Hollywood and Sunset all combined right there by the Vista. And,
yeah. Who do we know that? I knew someone that worked at that Circuit City. Who did I know that worked there?
It was great. Circuit City was cool.
Tall.
There's the component stereos, even like in the house. You know what I mean? You'd see the wall of speakers, and then you'd get a receiver, a really awesome 2,000 watt receiver, and then a 5 CD changer spinner, and then a dual tape cassette deck.
Yeah,
and you'd have to hook them all up separately, and put them all together. Component stereo system. It's huge. We had one. I mean, I had 2 older brothers and a dad, and we all had one, and we probably had 4 giant stereos in the house, one in each room. Amazing. And then one out in the living room, and that was just what you had.
Amazing.
It's how you had to live now. I don't know. Everyone's got headphones, I guess.
Yeah, whatever.
It's cool.
That's what you hear. This is fun. I don't know. You listening to something? No.
Well, then take it out. No. Take it out of your ear. Like, well, I don't know where to put it.
Yeah. Kids, it is weird though. The kids will listen. Like I catch them at school. It's like the kids with long hair, and they just like keep their hair down, and they put the whatever it's called in iPod or the earpod.
Earpod, yeah.
And then
pod people.
But sometimes I'm like, they listen to good music. Like they're listening to like Deftones, or they're listening to a lot of like classic. What is now like kind of 90s classic rock is pretty big. It's like everybody's listening to Nirvana.
Okay.
And or Travis Scott.
Oh, okay. Well. But how do you like the Kurt Cobain homicide conspiracies have come back?
Oh yes.
Now this is cotton traction.
We're back. Well, because someone brought it back up, right?
I think there was some kind of true crime investigators or something like looked into it and saw.
Like put another lawsuit out or something. Yeah. I don't know how that works.
I don't either.
I just always liked that one, the Fat Mike interview. I sent that to you, right?
Yeah, of course.
Where he was like,
El Duce killed him.
El Duce.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did it.
And then he was killed.
I don't want to say her name.
He was killed by having his head run over under a railroad train.
Oh, crazy times.
They can't kill everybody. They can't put everybody in prison, right? Though.
I mean, turns out, I guess you're right. They can. When you look at those,
can't murder the biggest celebrities, and make it look like they've committed suicide.
When you look at how many, although we have all been around, like young people who make a lot of money really quickly from fame, and you can realize how people can go over the edge real quick.
Sure.
Like when you're like, especially all the conspiracy theories, like none of these people died from drug overdoses, and like, I mean,
some of them
I've been in some places where there's some pretty close calls. With not that much fame and not that many like the amount of people that instantly show up around people that are making millions of dollars. That's kind of crazy.
However,
however, there are also a lot of other people around that need to make and keep money and make money off of catalogs and for the rest of their lives and things like that.
Yeah. It's almost like, a drugged out 20-something person is an easily controllable vessel in which to, pump whatever propaganda or social norms you may need. Or not. Or I don't know. Maybe they're not.
People can, there are definitely people who can smell money from miles away from popular, good-looking people.
Yeah.
Like you see it in art, you see it in music, you see it in movies.
Yeah.
Like it's instant. it's like, oh my God, that person
being-
has money all over
They've
them.
been entered into you enter them into the equation and then pimp them out till they're done making money and they start to want to get some control or voice of their own. And you're like, oh yeah, well,
Yeah.
no, we can't use you anymore.
I should try
you're
to
done.
buy my master's.
Yeah.
What did you say? Go get into that car.
Yeah. I think you're
Don't worry
not
about the brakes. I think the brakes
I think
are fine.
your wife's cheating on you. I think you guys should be doing
Yeah.
more drugs. Have you tried doing
Yeah.
enough drugs recently? I know a guy. I think
Yeah.
you seem upset and agitated. Why don't we get you on some more drugs?
Yeah. No, don't worry. It's all through a doctor.
We're gonna put you in a rehab. That'll be really good for you. Don't ask any questions.
It is. I do think that the story of 2026 is really going to be that how famous do you have to be, or how popular or famous do you have to be to truly be a part of a real conspiracy?
Ooh,
because I don't feel
how unfamous can you be and still be part of a conspiracy theory? The influencer class wants to know. Like, am I famous enough to be
you
in a
think of it
conspiracy yet?
and you start to see like some of the people that are involved in like, in some of these emails and stuff. And you're like, is that person famous enough to be involved in this? Like you even see like, I'll bring up the kind of obvious, like that everybody's kind of known about for years of the Chris Tucker thing, like that he was very involved with like Epstein and all that stuff, but people kind of knew forever. And you're like, okay, he's a big actor, but he's like on the fringes of acting, like he's not like a big, huge
That was the
movie
joke.
star.
He did Rush Hour 2,
and Friday,
Rush Hour 3,
right?
Rush Hour 4. We only did the one Friday, I think.
And he did the one Friday.
Yeah.
But you get those people like he's famous enough, right? But then you get the people like, how famous do you have to be to bump into these people to be like, I don't feel like it's that much. And then you look and you go, they're spending so much money on this conspiracy of like flying around, doing things, like you're looking at everything, like there is so much money in this world that is not being used correctly.
Well, that's obvious. For you, for your,
what I mean?
Yeah, for your taste. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it is very obvious,
Yeah.
but you go like, it's not that high. Like, I feel like,
Well, you've seen the Cat Williams
10%,
interview, right? The Club Shay Shay.
Yes.
Cat Williams. I mean, he had
this kind of started it all.
straight take on that type of celebrity and
Right.
the influence and the programming.
Like that it happens pretty quick.
Of young black male entertainers.
Yeah.
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 I don't know. I have
And
no
that it
experience,
No.
personally in anything like that. But he lays out a compelling case first.
Yeah.
They're strange celebrity psyops.
That interview kind of kicked off a huge amount of this talk.
Yeah.
I feel like
Called out the sort
that was
of
the one.
secret society stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
He popped right in. He popped right in and got this party started.
Yeah. He was ready to lay it down.
Yeah.
Well, we've done it. We've wasted another perfectly good hour. It was fantastic as always. March is going to be my what do you call it? Mixmaster March. It's coming up.
Oh yeah, Mixmaster March.
I got some good ones. Got some good ones in the can. So
amazing.
This next week though, I have Mira. I don't know if you're familiar with her. She put records out on K Records for a time.
I don't think so.
She is awesome. Her big debut record just turned 25. It's called You Think It's Like This, but really it's like this. And she worked with Phil Elverum, who would go on to form the Microphones. The cool kind of indie band.
Yeah.
Mira is my guest this Thursday coming up.
Awesome.
And, I think we're gonna have a really fun talk. She's it's like a folky kind of indie thing, but she's got beautiful songs, and I've been a fan for so long. It was one of those things. I saw she had announced that she was putting out a record on Instagram, and I was like, ooh, maybe she'll want to talk about it on a podcast. So I reached out, and it was a really fun talk.
That's awesome.
That's coming up. That'll close out. Do we have another one for February? How many more Thursdays do we have?
We would have one more.
That's it. Yeah. Okay.
Two more Februarys.
Two more. Oh yeah. Okay. Two more. Yep.
Because that would be the 20.
That's the 19th.
Or that would be the 19th.
Yep. And then the 26th. Yeah. So we'll have two. Yeah. We'll have two more good ones, and then we'll get into our Mixmaster.
March.
Yeah. All right. Well, write us Hyphenate halftime at gmail.com. We've gotten some notes. I should have pulled them up before, but people have written in. They've said nice things. There's one fan from Germany who has a children's book, like a YA novel that he's publishing through Instagram Reels. That
that's cool.
That sounds interesting. I think will be something to talk about. I thought maybe we want to talk to him more and find out more. I don't know. I don't know how to find these. I should have looked all these things up. But anyway, I'll find out more about it and talk about it. But yeah, if you're publishing a YA novel through Instagram Reels, write us like our friends have. Fritz, I think his name is Fritz from Hamburg, wrote in to say that he's doing that, and so I will give him more shout outs as it goes along. I want to read the book a little bit more and kind of get into what he's reading about, what he's writing about. But yeah, write us, hyphenatehalftime@gmail.com. You can find us. You can find Aaron Farley on the Instagram @Aaron Farley. And I'm @Randy S. Randall on there. Yeah, we're around. And awesome. Yeah, welcome Schecter to the sponsor lounge, inside of the Hyphenate podcast zone. I went by the Schecter Laboratories, the Schecter Guitar Research Laboratories last week, nice. and checked out some of the things they're building. I had no idea what the whole Schecter vibe was, but they started off as like parts pieces, like the Eddie Van Halen Frankencasters came from Schecter and Charvel. These were, Charvel went on to become a boutique name, but Schecter was also part of that. Those guys made the boogie bodies, which were these kind of like, hot rodded, parts. You could buy parts and make your modular sort of Frankenstein super strats through the 80s. And then Schecter has gone on to, then their first signature one was a Pete Townsend guitar. It looked like a Telecaster, but sounded like a Les Paul. And so they've worked with a lot of people. That's what I'm saying, right?
I didn't know that.
And they currently have a Robert Smith guitar they make, and they also do a bass 6 for Robert Smith. And then have made Prince's guitars. They have all these they're a great kind of high-end custom shop sort of thing, almost kind of a more like working man's PRS sort of vibe. So
wow, I didn't know. I always just think of them as like, oh yeah, metal guitars.
Right.
It's just like that's the only thing.
Kind of the branding has sort of hit the metal zone pretty hard. But there's a lot of other really interesting, cool guitars that are sort of higher end than maybe some of the bigger names, some of the other names we know in the guitar world. But these are put together and they're close. And they're close to me here, so I was like, oh, you guys are right down the street. We should hang out.
Oh, that's amazing.
So yeah, so Schecter guitars, they're looking cool. I had no idea. I was educated. I did not know the Schecter story. They're more than just metal. More than metal. More than metal.
Schecter. We're more than metal.
More than metal. There's more to look at.
But still grow out your hair.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah. You gotta look cool. Yeah. You could still put some bedazzled jewels on your ski mask before you go on stage.
Yes.
You want to make sure
you should.
You don't want to look stupid. You don't want to.
Yeah. If you're in Melrose, that's a callback.
There we go.
That's
called a callback, people. All right. Well, I'll see you on Thursday.
All right.